let's talk about something we rarely discuss openly: sexual health. So much of what we learn comes from whispers, jokes, or half-truths. And over time, these myths become our reality. They quietly shape our health, our confidence, and our relationships, often without us even realizing it. It's time to bring these myths into the light and replace them with facts. One of the biggest myths is that sexual health problems are just a normal part of getting older. Many people just accept that once you hit a certain age, things naturally decline, and there's nothing you can do. But here's the truth: your lifestyle, stress levels, and sleep habits have a much bigger impact than your age alone. Research shows that many issues we blame on aging are actually tied to being less active, not sleeping well, or living with chronic stress. Your body changes, yes, but decline is not inevitable. Another harmful belief is that sexual health is somehow separate from your overall health. In reality, it's one of the first things to signal that something deeper is out of balance. Changes in your energy, interest, or comfort can be early warning signs for issues with your heart, circulation, hormones, or even your mental well-being. Think of it less as an isolated problem and more as a check engine light for your entire body. And what about stress? We tend to think only extreme stress affects our sexual health, but even low-grade, everyday stress can quietly disrupt your hormones and nervous system. Here's a little-known fact: your body can fully relax and function properly when stress hormones are constantly elevated, even at low levels. It's the daily grind, not just the major crises that often does the most damage over time. Many also mistakenly believe that these issues are purely physical, but we often forget the most important organ involved: the brain. Your brain controls everything: hormones, blood flow, and emotional responses. Anxiety, pressure, or even mental fatigue alone can interfere with your body's natural functions, even if you're physically healthy. Similarly, there's a myth that these problems appear out of nowhere. The reality is, they usually develop slowly. Over years, your body gives you subtle clues long before a major issue arises, things like fatigue, mood swings, or poor sleep. But we often ignore these signs, brushing them off as normal. This leads people to look for a quick fix, like a supplement that promises to solve everything. While supplements can be supportive, they can't make up for poor sleep, chronic stress, or emotional exhaustion. Your body is smart. It prioritizes survival over pleasure. If it feels tired, unsafe, or overwhelmed, no magic pill can force it back into balance. Perhaps the most damaging myth is that we shouldn't talk about this. Silence is where misinformation thrives. Open, respectful conversations reduce anxiety and empower people to seek help sooner. It's not embarrassing, it's just health. And it's important to remember that health isn't a competition. Comparing yourself to others, especially the unrealistic portrayals we see in media, just creates pressure and stress. Your body is dynamic. Its energy, mood, and needs fluctuate daily. Expecting constant, predictable performance ignores our natural biological rhythms. Finally, there's a myth that sexual health problems mean something is wrong with you. This creates shame, which only makes things worse. In reality, these are common signals that your body and mind need better support. They are not a reflection of your worth. The good news is that the body is incredibly adaptable. When you start managing stress, prioritizing sleep, moving your body, and acknowledging your emotions, balance often returns. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. Small, daily changes are far more powerful than drastic, short-term efforts. When we replace myths with knowledge, fear gives way to confidence. And that's where true well-being begins. Thanks for watching.